Jaque.
Vale.
Laser focus right
No,
now.
no, 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 no.
Casi
Oh,
pierdo la
he
torre con
almost
esa
did
gilipollez.
it.
God. Oh my god.
Casi pierdo la
Okay.
torre con esa gilipollez, gente.
I didn't make any specific training to get ready for playing against Rubius, but I have a little bit of knowledge about how he likes to do his openings and stuff like that, and I think I'm comfortable with what his plan is.
You're so level-headed. You remind me of, you know, grandmasters when they give interviews and they're never giving too much away. They're always there for the learning experience. The result doesn't really matter. I like it. You got that killer instinct. Yeah, no.
The result
The
matters.
result matters for sure.
You want the 20K?
And I love how it looks like they have the hair on the opposite sides of their body.
Yeah.
And then you also have the color too. Crokeyz has the black hat and then the red beard on the bottom, and then Rubius has got the black. It's actually kind of aesthetically pleasing to see them going up against each other like this.
I don't think Crokeyz has said a word. Super focused.
Yeah.
Wow, and now B6 is played by Rubius. I gave Crokeyz that advice, and we ended up looking at some straight-up Queen's Gambit accepted, and I talked to him a lot about just playing the safe ways to bring the bishop here. But he was ready to play the Catalan, and I don't know how well he knows the opening. It's actually, I knew he played it. It was the one thing we didn't look at. It's a compliment to the players, Alexandra, that they're both willing to play with the tension. It's one of the hardest things to do in chess. I mean, is to see a capture, and rather than break it, is to build on it. Right as I say that, a capture is made. But I think at the right time today, this is, if you waited one more move as Rubius, the next time white captures here, all three of these pieces are unleashed to the d-pawn, and you probably lose it. So it was now or never, and he correctly realizes it's time to take. If this is any sign of what we're in for PogChamps 4, this could be the highest level PogChamps we've ever had. I mean, this feels like a game I could, you know, switch the names, and I'm looking at theory between two top grandmasters.
Yeah, I'm super impressed with their level of play so far, and also the way that they've been both managing their time. So very similar amount of time. They're not playing too slowly, and E5 just played on the board. So the reason you are always very careful to push your pawns is they can't move backwards, and now the D5 pawn is attacked 3 times. It's only defended once. So it looks like he blundered a pawn here because it is a couple moves ahead. So it wasn't the most obvious tactic to see right away.
Yes, white is better with a knight on D5, but given that he's no longer down a pawn, this is going to come down to a time scramble. So it'll be interesting to find out right out of the gate which one of these guys is going to do better with no time on the clock. Bishop E7 and F6 right away, but Bishop E7 threatened Bishop B4. At first, I was about to literally clap my way out of the room. Everyone would have been thrilled. Oh my gosh, look at how Rubius is playing this position. He played Bishop E7 and then played a bad move, but Bishop E7 to come to B4 is ridiculous.
What a monster.
Seriously.
A monster, yes.
He's trapping the knight,
so
and Crokeyz, we're about to see an upset here, and now he sees Bishop E3, which, okay, this move is, Rubius's chess right now is through the roof. This is an incredible find.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile. That is so wholesome.
Laser focus right now.
No.
Crazy.
Casi pierdo la torre. Casi
Oh,
pierdo la
he
torre con
almost
esa gilipollez.
Oh
did
my
it.
god. I'm still recovering from that bishop hover.
That move
Danny.
taken with the king. If he does it.
Rook. Oh no. Rook F7.
If Crokeyz sees Rook F7.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
No pasa nada, creo.
Oh
Sí,
my
sí que
god.
pasa.
I don't speak Spanish, but I think I heard what he said. What just happened?
All right. So he is technically losing this because the white king is going to use, the white is going to use that outside passer to distract the black king, take the e-pawn, and then go get the side pawn. Thank you for arrowing, Danny. And Rubius is going to be too slow to bring his king back for that drawn position. But if Crokeyz misplays it, then he has a chance to save it. Oh, gosh.
Crokeyz needs to get the king up before going any further. The main point is you got to get to this pawn before the black king can get back. And see, a move like that, a move like A7.
One. Yeah.
If he does that, oh no.
There you go. Now Rubius can draw it. I mean, this is a very instructive endgame, actually. Yeah, here he has to play his king to F6.
Yep, and he did it.
He's got Oh no, here he might make a mistake. If he doesn't move his king up and he moves his king backwards, he's gonna let the white king escape.
Yeah, you have to keep the king shouldered.
He didn't shoulder the king
Oh
here.
my god, he didn't. And he let the pass pawn run.
No. That's so sad because he played it so well. He played incredibly.
Corre, no te queda otra.
Can you predict it here? I have honestly no idea if it's gonna be a stalemate or a win.
Just make the box smaller, man. Just
Okay.
make the box
Now he's
smaller.
finally got him accidentally on the edge, and he's gonna deliver checkmate.
There we go.
Oh my god.
He did it. He did it. And I actually
Jesus
saw
Christ,
a lot of
man.
draws in chat. At least half.
Okay.
At least half.
Okay.
Which is cool. See, chat, he pulled it off. He overperformed. Congratulations to Crokeyz for this win. Rubius played such a good game.
Yeah, he did.
It was actually not that obvious of a blunder, and he was in time pressure when he made it.
The game started,
like,
so
"What?"
here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, we have an Alapin Sicilian and nothing in chat to check out. There's nothing there. All that matters is this. Okay, so this is already the first moment where, as a coach, everyone has these moments in PogChamps where you're, did I look at this with my student? We actually did look at this, and I showed him what to do, and it was not to play d6. So unfortunately, Crokeyz went against my advice against the Alapin. We actually talked about this, and we talked about playing d5 because the whole point is you're trying to punish the fact that while white wants a big center with c3, it slows down the development of the knight. And this was just the most principled way I told him to approach it. Okay, the problem with e5 is you have the center, you want to use it, but that's actually how you lose it. So in this case, if you use it, you lose it in the case of the big center, and it's not a good idea. The queen trade helps black a lot. That was not the right approach. You want to sit on this big pawn chain, put your pieces here, get castled, put your rooks in the center, do fun things. In this case, you now lose the center by trying to do too much with it, and Crokeyz is right back in the game. It's going to make my life harder with Crokeyz because it's really hard sometimes to convince a student that they didn't play well if they win. They're like, no matter what you say, it's like, yeah, I won. Okay, back off, right? But this was not the right start. Even though he's winning.
And now bishop c4 is kind of concerning because now he's going to have a doubled pawn if Crokeyz plays knight takes c3, which is going to end up being a target later on. And if you see something like b6, bishop b7, putting the bishop on a long diagonal. But I like that he's trying to develop because he is behind in development. So maybe he noticed that. And in that case, it's good. At least he's getting some of his principles out there. Anything could still happen.
He's all over it. Reminds me of what Ludwig said at the end of Twitch Rivals. As soon as he's up a pawn, he's looking to trade now. As players get better or more experienced in chess, they really just appreciate the art of simplification, right? I think when you're first in the game, you want pieces because you think of, I want the queen on the board. I want pieces. But then the better you get, the more you appreciate your ability to kind of strangle your opponent. That's kind of graphic, but that's really the truth, right? The moment you have an advantage in chess, it's a game of math, and you just want to strangle the game away and take away all the life.
Wow, that got really graphic, Danny,
I know,
and it just got more blood
that's
on
like
the board
murder
with Rook
mystery
A1.
meets chess. We are missing a murder mystery
man.
within chess. When is that going to happen? Like Queen's Gambit 2?
A murder mystery? There's like some famous chess player is killed or something really bad happens. I mean,
And
they did
leave
drive
clues
Bobby
on the
Fischer
chessboard?
crazy, Danny.
They leave clues on the chessboard,
Yeah, maybe clues.
At some point, someone figures out that if they go to the perfect square of
we're talking about murder, but look what's going on here. Oh my gosh. This is
bad.
rough. There goes the bishop. Maybe if Crokeyz plays something like rook h5, takes on h4, and the king gets to g3, there's some chances he can win a piece off of that. There's still a couple traps, so we gotta give Rubius all the respect for continuing here.
Yeah, no, and he's still up 2 minutes on the clock, and Crokeyz hasn't like done anything special yet, right? Not take, it's just that he's making a bunch of. Okay, this is the first move to convert that is indeed special.
Harry Mack looks a little different today.
We have a checkmate in one that's been on the board for several moves. If Crokeyz sees rook a5 check.
All right. Well, he is giving the king some escape squares here. Okay, well, Rubius can still hope for a stalemate here. Maybe he can put his king in a position and then end up sacking his rook. Crokey 253. Crokeyz has just too much time here.
Yeah, a little too much time to hope for anything dramatic for Rubius.
Rook takes h3.
Yeah, that was a stalemate.
Stalemate? Oh no, because that's exactly what he needed to go for.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, congratulations.
That could have been a really funny turnaround if Rubius had spotted. Because if you play a move like this, everyone, it's possible black takes it just instinctively, and then it's stalemate. Obviously, there would still be checkmate, but that was an opportunity missed.
A last-ditch attempt, and if you've been fighting for dear life, that is the last thing that you should at least try to get in there. But you know what? Rubius was already in the mentality that he was losing, and it is tough to recover from that. Crokeyz was the higher rated player, and he came and he performed today, but it wasn't as close as a 2-0 score would make seem.